The Philippine Tourism is now open. With that, here are some Filipino 101s for travelers. Yes, you heard it right. The Philippines is now open or accepting foreigners who wants to visit the country for tourism purpose. So I decided to start a new series here on my channel that we will call Philippines 101, a series where you will be able to find out more about the Philippines, from the must-try foods to, of course, us Filipinos. So you will not only enjoy the views, the beach, but of course get that full Filipino experience. Hi, my name is G. I'm the blogger behind Philippines.info, and I am your online or digital Filipino tour guide through this new series called Philippines 101. And in this video, I will show you some Filipino 101, but it's more like Filipino habits or mannerisms that might get you confused. So I'm here to help you be prepared with these mannerisms that we have and we do in public to anyone, even foreigners. So hopefully if you encounter this one and you're watching this video, you will remember what I'm saying, so that when you're here in the Philippines, you will understand the Filipinos that you will encounter. You might ask, how did I know that these are the things or mannerisms or what we Filipino do that got foreigners confused? Well, I watch a lot of YouTube videos during the pandemic, and I watched some foreigners and their first impressions when they came here in the Philippines, and these are the top things that they're like, what? Anything else, if you like this video or this new series that we have, please let me know through giving this video a thumbs up, share this video, and subscribe to my channel if this is your first time. And if you have any video topic requests about the Philippines, please let me know in the comment section below. And also, can you please excuse our acting because we're not professional actors, we're just demonstrating it for you. So here's the first clip.
Excuse me, miss. Asa dapat ang entrance?
Entrance saan?
Sa kaning cafe, miss.
Did you get it? Well, if you didn't, well, we Filipinos use our mouth to point on things that you ask for us for directions. Example, did you see my glasses? It would be more like, over there. Over there. Or, where is this hotel? Oh, that hotel. Okay, it's over there. Oh, over there. It's just nearby. Over there. It's actually pretty handy if you're busy with your hands. For example, cooking, because there are street foods here. If you're carrying stuff like stocks for the store. So yeah, even in our house, even our mom do this. For example, while she's washing the plates and we ask her, she saw our book or a ball pen, and she'll say, over there, over there. But with the pandemic, with the COVID-19 pandemic, we must all cover our mouth with a face mask outside. So when we are at the mall or we're just walking outside, we are wearing masks. If you're not wearing a mask, you will be... So we can't use our mouth anymore to point on things. So here is the most likely you'll encounter if you're here during the COVID-19 pandemic.
Shanks, kabanta ka sa akong face mask? Ako face mask.
No face mask?
Oh.
Sigaro ko na yung mata.
So instead of using our mouth, we use our eyes to point on things, just like what Shanky did in the video. If you're in like a 7-Eleven store and you ask, where can I find some cigarettes, for example, probably because it's the one in charge in the store is not confident in speaking English, she might just do this. It's over there. You know, just point it with her eyes. So you will surely, most likely, encounter this in the Philippines.
Shanks, kumusta man ang imong gisulayan nga, Juan? Lamira?
Yep, instead of saying yes, no, we use our head, or just head nod is for yes and no for mm-mm. So if you say, hey, can you please take our picture, Filipino will probably just okay. She will do that. So instead of saying yes, sure, why not? So probably most likely Filipinos will just keep on. Okay. Or maybe you'll ask your Filipino friend if he's okay or she's doing great. She'll most likely do. Especially if she's not in the mood. So technically she's not okay. But for some Filipinos who are, don't want to do the head nod, the head shaking, we do have another alternative. Uy, uy, uy.
Basta!
Ay. Yes, we do use our eyebrow not to only say yes, yeah, like that one. But if we do came across to someone in the mall that we know or familiar with at least, we'll just go, yeah. Most likely the other person will also do this. So this is our way of acknowledging, hey, I see you and you see me and I gotta go. Like for example, your neighbors with them in a condominium or even my neighbors here in the subdivision that I live in. If we saw them in the market, for example, or outside the subdivision or early in the morning, we usually do that one. So we don't really say, good morning, how are you, how's your morning? We don't really do that here. We just go, hey, what's up? I gotta go. Bye. So yeah, if you are surprised that a Filipino will see you and look at you and you will go, so that means, hey, what's up, dude? But they're not confident to talk to you, or maybe you're living in the same apartment, condominium, or they're familiar with you in the hotel that you're staying at and they're very familiar with your face but not sure who you are. So just to acknowledge that they see you, you see me, they just do, hey, okay, just raise your eyebrow. So you might be able to catch this mannerisms later on. As I mentioned, I've done my research on what foreigners, the first impressions of the foreigners about the Filipinos when they came here in the Philippines. And this is one of the funniest because I'm very guilty of it and they were very confused what we Filipinos say. So here's the clip.
Excuse me, miss. Pwede mo aki?
Sure.
Excuse.
So did you understand what's going on? So Shanky is demonstrating, for example, we'll just imagine that she's in between two people and then she goes like this. She put her hands out like that one, flat. So it's like, give me, wait. And then she'll say, excuse. So some foreigners can't hear it because we don't say, excuse me. We don't say that word. We say, excuse. It's very quiet, it's very silent, but we also do this. So some foreigners don't understand what's going on. So what it means is that, please excuse me, I want to pass by. So usually I do this when two people are talking and there's no other way around to get there, to pass through them, but just, go in between them. So we do this and then just duck, like that one, duck. So if there are like two people over here and they duck, and then I could do this. Because as you can see, I'm big, so I need, excuse me, I'm big, give way to me. So they will also be aware that I'm passing through and they'll prepare, they won't fall down. So you might also experience this with the waiters to excuse themselves because they'll have to put water on your glass or serve your food. So they might do, excuse me. I rarely see waiters do, that one hand straight thing. They use this in the soft one. Excuse me, like that one. But in public, of course, we do, give way. I'll go here. So please clear this way because I'm gonna pass through this way. So I hope that didn't got you confused more. Let me know because I'll make a demonstration. Hopefully I'll get people to, act with us because we need at least 2 more actors with this, and it is just me and Shanky to show you guys or demonstrate it to you on what is this.
Shells, kabalo ka sa CR na rin?
CR?
Oh?
Oh, na dapit sa coffee shop.
Nasa lada? Nasa CR na?
So here's another thing. It's not actually a mannerism. So anyone wants to guess what is CR? CR. R, letter C and R. So I'll give you 3 seconds to guess. 1, 2, 3. Well, CR stands for comfort room. Do you know what's comfort room? It's called different in different countries. Some countries call it toilet room. Some countries call it bathroom. Here in the Philippines, we call it comfort room, or in short, CR. We love shortcuts, so don't be surprised if there's a lot of shortcuts here. So we call it CR instead of comfort room, but you can totally use comfort room, but we're kind of used with the CR. So if you're going to ask an example in a mall, excuse me, miss, where is the CR, or do you have a CR here? But we also do understand that you refer to it as bathroom, toilet, but we commonly, or we Filipinos use the word CR or comfort room. Just in case you need to go to the toilet, at least now you know the term, because instead, if you ask them, do you know where's the toilet room? And they'll respond, oh, the CR is over there. And you're like, no. I'm asking for the toilet, not CR, whatever CR means. So CR is the same with toilet or bathroom.
Sige, asan na ka? Sige. Magkita lang tayo ni alas 2 sa IT Park, ha? Okay. Alas 2, ha? Bantay lagi. Sige, bye-bye.
What follows is a brief construction montage. We hope you enjoyed this brief construction montage.
Hey, Tigi! Sorry kayo, na-late ko!
Tara, magpapamasag ko nabot.
Okay.
Remember what time we plan to meet up? You're correct. Now, did you check the timestamp, or what time did Chunky arrive? It's about 1 hour late. So yes, we have this we call Filipino time, where we arrive 1 hour later of the time that we agree on. So for example, if we say the party starts at 7, most likely Filipinos will arrive at 8. If you say dinner starts at 6, Filipinos will be there at 7, because that is Filipino time. But if you're meeting up with a Filipino here in the Philippines or even abroad, and they arrive at an hour later, I mean, it's not work related, it's more like casual meet up or family dinner. Don't be surprised that they'll arrive 1 hour later. Am I guilty of this? I don't know a single Filipino who grew up here in the Philippines that did not do that. I am guilty of this one, by the way. But of course, in client meetings, I try to arrive on time. I do and try my best to be on time. But why do Filipinos do the Filipino time? We Filipinos usually do this on meetups or in the parties, because usually in parties, you don't want to be the first one to arrive, right? And usually there will be a lot of people later on, not exactly at 6, for example. So if you say the party starts at 6, no, not all people will be there at 6, and the crowd will not be as lively as at 7. Probably by 6, you'll start greeting each other, say hello, how are you? And by 7, you had dinner. So after dinner, of course, the fun starts. So Filipinos wants to eat, loves to eat, of course, look at me, and of course do the fun parts, like doing games and all, singing karaoke. So we love those. And yes, I do not like to be the first one to arrive in a party, because it's pretty awkward that you're all alone, you're there waiting all by yourself. So yeah, that's why I know. Let me know, Filipinos who are watching, let me know in the comment section below if I'm right, or at least let me know your reason. And I've heard Filipinos abroad do this too. So anywhere in the world, if there's a Filipino, don't be surprised if they use the Filipino time. So if you meet up with someone, if you have a friend, you say, okay, let's meet up at 6, he or she is a Filipino, try to ask them, are you going to use the Filipino time or not? Because we do also use that one. We do ask someone Filipino time. For example, Shank and I, G, let's meet at 1. I say, okay, let's meet at 1 Filipino time. Philippines will arrive at, most likely at 2. And yeah, some Filipinos, maybe, okay, let's see, because of traffic. Personally, I can't say I'll arrive exactly on that time unless I really, leave the house very early because of traffic. Traffic is better these days, but it's still traffic. And yep, guys, those are the must knows for travelers about us, Filipinos. So I hope now that you're ready to encounter these Filipino habits or hear this from Filipinos and equip yourself with this, a couple of knowledge that I share with you guys. If you have any suggestions or video requests about Philippines 101, please do comment it down below so I'll be able to go out there and record it for you guys. Please do share this video, like this video so that I'll be able to have fun to go out there to create these videos. Again, my name is G and I'm your online Filipino tour guide here in the Philippines. See you guys on the next episode.